Naomi, on court, you said that you hope to play better in the next round. Can you just talk through what you thought of your level today? What maybe frustrated you at times?
Okay. Well, I didn't think I played bad today. I tend to analyze myself as I play, and I know that I could have made less unforced errors this match. So that's the biggest thing I take away. After, yeah, I think that's the number one thing I want to improve.
How are you feeling at your first Grand Slam, just through 2 matches as a higher seed than before? And is it feeling different, or are you feeling like it's business as usual?
No, well, for me, I enjoy Grand Slams the most, so I don't really feel that much different. A lot of people ask me about like how I feel after the U.S. Open, but for me, it feels like a fresh start, and I'm just really excited every time I play a match.
Hey, Naomi. So I had a chance to speak with Tamara a little bit, and it was funny because she was basically sort of the starstruck person, like, to be playing you.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. She said that you were really consistent, and your serve was really challenging. So my question for you is, like, what is it like to be the person who's kind of like, who intimidates other people now that you're here?
I feel old. Wow, that's kind of crazy. I don't know, like, hey, what did she say, though? It's, like, weird, because when you play someone, like, for me, yeah, when I play, like, Venus or something, I'm starstruck, too, so it's a bit weird when you tell me that there's someone that I'm playing that feels that way. But, yeah, I mean, I feel like she played really well today. I honestly, I had to... I didn't really watch her before this match, so I had to do a lot of research, and yeah, I mean, for me, when I go into matches like these where I feel like I'm expected to win, I always think that the other player is going to play, like, unbelievable, and I feel like that mentality is helping me a lot, so.
Shetsu Wei in the next round. She's a very tricky player. I'm curious how much of her you've seen and what you think you need to do to survive that matchup, because there's a lot of different things going on court than usual.
Yeah, I mean, I've played her once before, but it was on grass and like 3 years ago. Okay. I'm trying not to say like I feel like playing her is going to be really hard because she slices a lot, and that's something that I'm not used to that much, so I'll have to practice a lot tomorrow.
On your second serve, you go all the way up. Is it working for you?
On the return.
Strategy when you receive second serves.
Yeah, I feel like I want to attack more. That's something that I've been working on.
Naomi, what made you want to stop saying
I don't really like watching my interviews, but sometimes I do because people send them to me and say they're funny, which I don't really understand, but then I just notice like things that irritate me a lot about myself, and I realize that I say a lot in between sentences because honestly, I don't really know where I'm going whenever I talk. There's not really a set plan, so it just goes like this all over the place, and the like piece it together for me.
Speaking about tomorrow again, I think you felt that she really had a strong forehand and with a really big swing, I guess. Did that change you in any ways of how you play today?
Well, no, I mean, I knew that coming into the match, so it wasn't like I started hitting with her and thought about changing my game plan. So it didn't really affect me that much. All I did was... Well, I feel like she was hitting more to my backhand than anything, so all I did was try to keep it cross-court.
Naomi, you had a little bit of a chat with the trainer in the second set. Everything okay, or are there any concerns there, and what was bothering you?
This is the times that you feel like a reporter. No, I mean, I was able to finish and win the match, so it's not that big of a deal. It's something that I have to keep an eye on. I'm not telling you, though.
Is it your back?
You'll never guess. You'll never find out.
Naomi, Shea can drive, or has driven some of her opponents a bit crazy with her style. How do you cope with someone when they come up with some crazy stuff?
Well, I feel like you already walk into the match knowing that she's going to be doing a lot of tricky stuff, so it's not anything new, and I think that's a mentality I have to have.
I saw you hit a drop shot again today. I'm wondering, with the technique, when you started practicing, you said you were practicing them for fun. Did Sasha try and convince you to hit it with one hand, or, you know?
Well, I mean, I've been trying to hit slices and drop shots with one hand, but it's not really that great. So I think during the match I just do what comes more naturally, and that's a two-handed drop shot, and he hasn't really said anything bad about it yet, so I guess I'll just wait to see what he complains about.
The cameras caught you talking or walking past Kei as he was coming off the court, and you were warming up. Just curious if you said anything to him during that time, and what was it if you did?
Mr. Nishikori. Yeah, I mean, I told him nice match, and he looked very tired. So I was just like, oh, excuse me, I'll get out of your way. And you had a very, very long match. Thank you for, I had to warm up 4 times. So thank you for that.
When you're playing a match and the match ends, how do you decide when you come to the net if it's going to be like a handshake situation or more of a huggier thing? What are you thinking as you walk towards the net there?
The thing is, I'm used to handshakes, so every time someone comes for a hug, I'm very confused, and I'm told that I give out the worst hugs too, so it's not necessarily the best situation for me to try to hug someone unless I really know them, and I don't really know anybody. So
Your first instinct is never hug.
yeah, I'm just always like, thank you very much. Yeah.
What makes a good handshake for you?
More like, what makes a bad handshake? As long as they should, like, put their hand on my hand. If they reject me, that's not a good handshake. No, but imagine if it does.
You give lousy hugs, but you give great interviews, and you said you watch them. Can you think of an interview going back to when you were very young, saying that everyone from Osaka is named Osaka, that you particularly liked, an interview that really you can recall?
Well, that interview, my friend, not friends, my friend still talks about it. So sometimes I wish I could give normal interviews, like very curt and professional. You're shaking your head, but I'm serious. Like, I don't know. I like how everyone else does interviews. They don't waver, or they just like tell like very straight responses.
Last question. I mean, I think I read in the Time interview that your sister said that your online shopping is getting
She's
out
crazy.
of control.
Don't listen to her.
Is that true? And what is your go-to kind of, I guess, retail therapy, or what are you shopping for? Why is that?
You're gonna believe her over me? I'm right in front of you, though. Yeah, I mean, I did go ham one time. But it was only once. She says it's every other day, but it's not my fault that the people ship it, like, in different days. That's why it makes it seem like it's coming every day, but I only ordered something once.
Was it clothes or something else? You don't want to say it.
No, I mean, it was clothes. I'm not gonna lie. Like, but it's really hard to order clothes online.
Okay, we're going to switch to Japanese. So, just go to Japanese.
Got some of this.
大坂さんはいつもビッグネームとやる時の方が自分よりもランキングの低い選手とやるよりもやりやすいっていうことを言ってましたけれど、今こうやってシードがついてで、自分よりも最初はだいぶ下の選手とやる、そういう状況っていうのはもうだいぶ慣れましたか？
ごめんね、英語まだ。Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a fact. Everyone knows that I play better against the seeded players. But for me, I feel like I've been at this for a year now. Like after Indian Wells, I feel like people have wanted to beat me, and they have a reason to. So I feel more accustomed to it. Like sort of a veteran, but not really that extreme.
今日のセカンドラウンドもファーストラウンドもすごくリラックスしてプレーできてるように見えたんですけど、そのリフレッシュできたっていうプラス、その自分がグランドスラムチャンピオンだっていうその心の中で自信がどっかにずっとあるからなんでしょうか、そのリラックスできる理由。
Not really. I feel like if I thought about that, I would be more stressed out. But for me, what makes me relaxed is the fact that I know that I've put in a lot of time during the off season on my fitness, and I feel like I can sort of relax and let the other person do whatever they want, and I have confidence that I can run it down. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why you think I'm relaxed.
ユースの時にも錦織選手が先にやって続けて直美ちゃんが試合をしてっていうパターンがあったと思うんですけど、今日は、試合長くですけどどんな風に見てて、そう続けて試合をして日本人の人がいっぱい見ててくれてるっていうのはどういう気持ちですか？
Yeah, I mean, I watched his match, of course, because it was in front of mine, and I always watch his matches regardless. And honestly, I don't think I should be the one that's like saying anything about his match, because he's playing Karlovic and he has like the hardest serve, I think. I've heard a lot of people say it's really hard to play against him because of his serve, so in the first place, I think it's very impressive that he was able to break him and do well in the tiebreakers. And yeah, I feel like this sort of pattern is a bit like the US Open. Because we did play on the same day too there, so hopefully I can do well again.
Last question.
お疲れ様でした。試合とちょっと違うんですけど、直美ちゃんのスポンサーのヨネックスの話で、昨日、説明があってストリングの話なんですけど、ストリングすごくパワーが出るようになって、直美ちゃんコントロールできるようになったので、今シーズンからそのストリングを使ったって聞きましたが、やってみてどうですか今ストリング。
なんか同じじゃない？ I mean, like, I feel like if you already asked, of course it gives me more power and more control, and that's one of the main reasons that I switched. I don't feel like I would be very confident if I switched after winning a Grand Slam and I didn't feel that much of a difference, so for sure I think it's better for me.
チェンジするのには勇気がいりませんでしたか？
Not on the first day, but like as the days went on, yeah.